My friends, today's video is one of the most important updates for every Australian senior, every loving family member, and everyone who values independence and safety. Something big is happening across all of Australia, a set of major rule changes that will affect people aged 70 and over who still drive. These changes take effect from the 24th of October, and they apply to every single state and territory. If you're a senior who loves to drive, or if you have a parent or grandparent who still gets behind the wheel, what you're about to hear will matter to you deeply. Now, I know the first thing that comes to mind when people hear new driving rules is worry. People ask, are they taking our licenses away after 70? Or do I have to do a new test? Or is this about medical checks? And those are fair questions, because what's being introduced isn't just about paperwork. It's about protecting your freedom, your confidence, and your connection to the world around you. So please stay with me through this whole video, because I'm going to explain every detail clearly in simple, honest language, so you know exactly what's changing and what to do next. Before we dive in, please take a quick second to subscribe to this channel and tap the notification bell. We bring you real updates that matter to Australian seniors about Centrelink payments, healthcare changes, pensions, and now, driving regulations. And we always explain everything in clear, caring, family-style language. You'll never miss an important update if you subscribe right now. Let's start by understanding why these new rules are even being introduced. Driving is more than just transportation for older Australians, it's freedom. It's the ability to go see your grandchildren, attend your appointments, enjoy Sunday drives, or just buy your groceries without depending on anyone. But as people live longer and stay active well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, road safety authorities have been looking closely at how to balance independence with safety. They've been reviewing accident data, medical research, and input from doctors and communities. The goal isn't to take away licenses, but to make sure older drivers can stay on the road confidently and safely. Starting from the 24th of October, every state and territory is updating or tightening its driving license renewal process for people aged 70 and above. Some of these changes include medical checkups, new reporting systems, and shorter license renewal periods. But here's the most important part. No one will lose their license just because of age. These new measures are meant to help seniors drive longer, not to punish them. It's about safety, fairness, and trust. Let's begin in New South Wales, which has one of the largest senior populations in the country. If you're in NSW and are 70 or older, you're probably already familiar with the medical assessment system. From October 24th, that process will become more uniform and easier to manage. Once you turn 75, you'll need to do a medical check each year. It's a simple visit to your doctor, who fills out a short form confirming you're fit to drive. After turning 85, there are two choices. You can keep your full, unrestricted license, but take an on-road driving test every 2 years, or you can switch to a modified license, which limits you to driving within a certain distance from home, usually 10 to 20 kilometers. Service NSW will now send automatic reminders 3 months before your due date and will allow your doctor to upload your medical form online. This digital update will save seniors a lot of time and stress and make the system more reliable. Now let's move to Victoria. In Victoria, things are changing slightly differently. VicRoads is implementing a new self-declaration system for older drivers. Starting from October 24th, all drivers aged 75 and above will need to confirm their fitness to drive each time they renew their license. That means you'll be asked to answer simple health questions about your eyesight, medications, and general well-being. If anything raises concern, VicRoads may ask for a medical report from your GP. Drivers over 80 will also be offered an optional on-road assessment to help them stay confident. The Transport Minister explained that these steps aren't meant to penalise anyone, they are meant to keep older drivers safe while preserving independence. In other words, Victoria is saying, We trust you, but please be honest with your health. Up north in Queensland, the rules are also tightening, but in a helpful way. If you're over 75, you already need a medical certificate for motor vehicle driver, which you get from your doctor. Starting on the 24th of October, that system will move fully digital. Doctors will submit certificates directly to the Department of Transport and main roads, so there's no risk of losing paperwork. Another new rule is that if your health condition changes, you now need to inform the department within 14 days instead of 4 weeks. It's a small but important difference that ensures everyone's safety. Queensland will also launch a dedicated support hotline for senior drivers who aren't sure whether a medical issue affects their licence. That kind of support can make the process less stressful and more human. In South Australia, people aged 75 and older already have to fill out a yearly self-assessment form confirming they are still fit to drive. But starting from the 24th of October, certain conditions, like diabetes, vision problems, or neurological issues, will require a doctor's signature. The South Australian government says this is about making sure everyone has accurate, up-to-date health information. If a doctor raises any concerns, a short driving test might be needed, but it's not meant as punishment. These tests are often just about checking your comfort behind the wheel. The state also started a new awareness campaign called Still Safe, Still Driving, encouraging seniors to take voluntary refresher courses. Over in Western Australia, the Department of Transport has slightly different rules. Right now, once you turn 80, you need a yearly medical check. From the 24th of October, WA will adopt a new national medical form, so all doctors across the country use the same standard. This will be great for seniors who move between states or travel often. WA will also offer free, optional in-car safety checks for drivers aged 85 and above. These aren't driving tests. They are friendly checkups designed to give seniors tips and confidence. It's another example of a state choosing support over restriction. In Tasmania, people aged 75 and above already need a medical assessment every 5 years and every year after 80. But from the 24th of October, those assessments will now include mandatory vision screening. Optometrists will be able to send your results directly to the licensing office, meaning no more paper forms. There's also a great improvement for seniors in rural areas. Mobile review services will start visiting smaller towns, so you don't have to travel long distances for your renewal. That's a big win for older Tasmanians who live outside major cities. Meanwhile, in the Northern Territory, things are changing for the first time in years. Until now, there were no age-based medical tests. From October 24th, drivers aged 75 and older will need a medical certificate every 2 years and annually once they turn 85. This is to make sure that drivers in the Territory, where roads can be long and conditions tough, stay safe without giving up their independence. And finally, in the Australian Capital Territory, Canberra's rules are being modernised too. Drivers aged 75 and above already need a yearly medical review, but now that process is moving online through Access Canberra's digital platform. Seniors and doctors will be able to handle everything online without waiting in queues. The ACT is also introducing free refresher courses focusing on modern road rules, digital signs, and new speed systems. You might be wondering why all of this is happening at once, across every state. The reason is that Australia is moving toward a national standard for older driver assessments. Each state still makes its own laws, but the federal government wants them all to follow similar rules to avoid confusion. That way, seniors who move interstate or spend time with family in another region don't have to learn a whole new set of laws. It's about consistency, clarity, and fairness. So what does this mean for you right now? If you're 70 or older, make sure your license details and medical information are up to date. Talk to your doctor before renewal time so you're prepared. When you get a renewal reminder, don't ignore it, start early. If you have any doubts about your health or driving, call your local transport office or senior driver hotline. These small steps can make everything easier and safer. Let's also acknowledge the emotional side of all this. For many older Australians, driving isn't just a task, it's a symbol of independence. You've worked hard your whole life, you've raised families, and now you want to enjoy your freedom. It's perfectly natural to feel anxious about rules that sound restrictive. But these new measures are not here to take anything away from you. They are here to make sure you keep what you have safely. Think of it like a health check for your license. Just as you go to the doctor for your blood pressure or eyesight, your license also deserves a little attention to ensure you're good to go. In reality, older Australians are often among the safest drivers on the road. You drive carefully, follow the rules, and respect others. These updates simply make sure that those who need a little help or adjustment get it in time. They are not there to judge, but to protect. Now, there are common questions seniors ask about these changes. Many wonder if they'll lose their license automatically after 85. The answer is no. You can continue driving as long as your doctor confirms you're fit. Some people ask what happens if a doctor says they are not fit to drive. In that case, you may be asked to take a short driving test. If you pass, you can keep your license. If not, you may be given a modified one that limits how far you can travel from home. And if you disagree with the decision, every state has an appeal process where you can present your case. Another question is about insurance. Yes, insurers might require proof of medical fitness once you're over 75, so always inform them to avoid problems. For families, this is also a good time to talk. If you're watching this and your parents or grandparents still drive, please approach the topic with kindness and respect. Losing a license can feel like losing a piece of identity. So be patient. Offer to help with forms, drive them to appointments, or even join them during refresher courses. Make it a supportive process, not a confrontation. And remember, even if someone eventually chooses to stop driving, that doesn't mean they lose independence. There are community transport services, senior shuttle buses, taxi subsidies, and even rideshare vouchers available across Australia. Many councils now have volunteer driver programs for seniors. Help is there if you ask for it, and no one should ever feel stranded. So, as we approach October 24th, it's time to prepare. Visit your state's official transport website, like Service NSW, Vic Roads, or the Queensland Department of Transport, and read the section for drivers aged 70 and above. Book your doctor's appointment early. Update your contact details so renewal letters don't get lost. And most importantly, talk openly with your doctor about how confident you feel behind the wheel. Looking ahead, Australia is also investing in technology that will make driving safer for seniors. Many new cars come with features like automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control. Governments are also improving road signage with clearer fonts, better lighting, and digital displays that are easier for older eyes to read. The goal is not to restrict older drivers, it's to empower them with the tools they need to stay safe for longer. And now, I want to end on a personal note. Age should never define your worth or your ability to live freely. Turning 70, 80, or even 90 doesn't mean you stop living. It means you keep living with wisdom and care. These rule changes starting from the 24th of October are not about taking away your freedom. They are about giving you more years of confident, secure driving. They are about keeping you connected to your family, your community, and your world. So please, take this information seriously but calmly. Check your paperwork, talk to your doctor, and encourage your friends to do the same. Share this video with anyone who drives and might not know about these updates. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we'll continue bringing you everything you need to know about seniors' rights, benefits, pensions, and major life updates, explained clearly, simply, and with respect. You've earned your freedom on the road. Let's make sure you keep it, safely and proudly. Thank you for watching, and take care every time you drive.